So till last class we have studied this, that how exhalation and inhalation takes place, and today I want to tell you very important thing, how the exchange of gases takes place. So this is human being, okay, and this is trachea, this is nasal passage of air, and this is trachea, and trachea bifurcates into trachea bifurcates into bronchi, and bronchi further bifurcates into bronchioles, small pipes, and they open into sac, and these sacs are known as alveolar sac, and in this alveolar sac there is a presence of alveoli. Okay, so this is the exact structure of and after completion of this class, I will discuss you about some paper, okay, about Sunday's paper. So this is alveoli, this is small cells, okay, and the sac which is containing this alveoli is known as alveolar sac. Okay, so now we are going to draw alveoli. Okay, I'm going to draw alveoli. This is a alveoli which is present in this alveolar sac. So I'm just drawing a one alveoli. Okay, this is alveoli. Now what happened, that as I'm drawing alveoli here, it is better to draw it here. Okay, this is alveoli. Now what happens, that air comes inside, so the fresh air which is having very high amount of oxygen, that is approximately 21%, and carbon dioxide which is having a very less amount of oxygen, that is 0.03%. So when you inhale, both of these gases go inside, okay, and these gases come within contact with these alveoli. Okay, so in this alveoli, these gases will get exchanged. So we are going to learn about exchange of gases. Exchange of gases. Okay, so before exchange of gases, let me tell you a simple rule which is known as diffusion. Diffusion is a thing that anything which goes from higher to lower, higher to lower. Okay, and this is known as diffusion. Remember this, that diffusion is a process which is known as anything goes from higher to lower. Okay, so we know that in atmosphere there is high amount of oxygen which is approximately 21%, and in nature, okay, in air it is a natural form of gases, and CO2 is present in less amount, that is 0.03%, okay, in nature. And in this alveoli, okay, this is a alveoli cell. In this alveoli, it is inside our body. So in this alveoli, carbon dioxide is higher and oxygen is definitely lesser, and oxygen is definitely lesser. Okay, so what happens, if we go for the law of diffusion, what happens naturally, that uh, uh, oxygen is higher in this side, so oxygen will get into inside this, and carbon dioxide is higher inside, so carbon dioxide will get outside. Okay, this is the exchange of gases. This is a natural phenomena, and diffusion means higher to lower, everything goes from higher to lower. Okay, so what happens in this case exactly, that in this case oxygen will go inside, okay, and carbon dioxide will go outside. Okay, so both of these, okay, this, suppose this is our alveoli, so this alveoli contain, okay, in this side of alveoli, in this alveoli, okay, this is our alveoli, and it is having appropriate amount of gases. So why this alveoli is having gases, alveoli is having O2 and alveoli is having CO2, and a pipe comes which is bronchiole. These small pipes are known as bronchiole, which also contain O2 and CO2. Let me draw the pipe very thick so you can understand this. Okay, and CO2. Okay, so O2 which is coming inside is higher naturally, and CO2 which is coming inside is lower naturally, and O2 which is present in alveoli is lesser, and CO2 which is present in alveoli is higher. Okay, why so, what is the case? Okay, this is the bronchi. I draw this as a bronchi. Why this happens, that we know that there are so many pipes which are connected, or blood vessels which are connected these alveoli. So I'm drawing these blood vessels which are connected with these alveoli, and if this is alveoli, it is very important that at least a single blood vessel should keep in this contact. So this is a blood vessel. Okay, now this blood vessel carries, okay, so exchange of gases occurs. Now in this case exchange of gases occurs, and what happen that in this exchange of gases oxygen will come inside to this, because oxygen is higher outside and the role diffusion says higher to lower. So what happens that oxygen will come to alveoli from air, and as the carbon dioxide is higher in alveoli cell and lesser in this bronchi, this is bronchiole. Okay, so oxygen will come inside and carbon dioxide will go outside, so CO2 will go outside. Okay, so this alveoli now contains higher oxygen will come inside, so now this alveoli contain higher amount of oxygen. And okay, so what happened that oxygen, it take all the oxygen from these bronchi, so now the oxygen is higher. Okay, and carbon dioxide is lesser. Why? So because the exchange. Okay, now in this exchange what happened in second condition? In the second condition, there is exchange of gases, so here the oxygen less and carbon dioxide is high. Okay, and it will go outside, it will throw this. Okay, so here the exchange of gases takes place, and again when you exhale, when you release your oxygen, breathe out, okay, there will be output, and in this output the oxygen will be less and the CO2 will be high. Okay, first of all oxygen was higher and CO2 was less. As it come inside, okay, there is exchange of gases, and if it go outside again there will be less oxygen and higher CO2, because higher oxygen is taken up by this alveoli and less, and all the excess amount of CO2 is outbreathed, or it will go into these bronchi. Okay, now as this alveoli is having higher amount of oxygen and very less amount of CO2, okay, you never say that there is no CO2, there is CO2 but very less amount, and this is the condition after exchange. Okay, okay, let me draw this condition before exchange so that it will help you to understand. So first of all, this is first condition and CO2 is high. Okay, and this is the bronchi. In this bronchi it is taking oxygen direct from air and CO2 is less. Okay, this is the first condition. When you inhale this condition comes. Okay, after the exchange of gases, this is the second condition which comes. So in second condition you can see the in first condition when something is taking inside, and in this case it is inside, and it is case when something is going outside. So in both cases you can see that after the exchange of gases you can see the number of oxygen here, and you can see the amount of oxygen here. Okay, so now after the exchange of gases, excess carbon dioxide is released into this and excess CO2 is taken up. Okay, so they will release CO2, they will release CO2 and they will take oxygen. Okay, so this condition will come. However, so what happened next, that as this alveoli is now, okay, after taking all of the gas, and what happens with this extra CO2, it will go outside. Okay, by nostrils it will go outside. So now it is having a very high amount of oxygen, so this is a blood vessel. Okay, and these blood vessel will carry oxygen. Okay, it will carry oxygen and it will carry oxygen to all over your body. So this is taking oxygen to all over your body. Okay, now this is the tissue. Okay, and this tissue utilize this oxygen. This is a tissue. Okay, and this tissue utilize all the oxygen. Okay, oxygen is coming here, and this tissue will utilize all the oxygen. And how this tissue utilize all the oxygen, this tissue or cell is having this amount, this fluid amount previously, and as it get oxygen it will convert it into carbon dioxide plus water plus energy. It will convert this. Okay, now as this convert this, the oxygen is utilized. Okay, and this reaction is takes place. So in this case energy is utilized. We know that each and every organism goes for respiration because it wants to produce energy, and water is released, and the main component, that CO2 is formed. So here the CO2 is formed. Okay, the CO2 is formed. Okay, and again there is a blood vessel. Okay, which is connected to these alveoli, which is connected to this alveoli. better if I write this. It is connected to this. Okay, both of them, both of these alveoli are same. This is just first condition and this is second condition. So it will take CO2, CO2, CO2 to this. Okay, so in this case it is taking CO2 to this. So they, both of these alveoli are same. Okay, I am just drawing the stage first and this is the stage second. These are the stages. So what happened, that this blood vessel will take taking carbon dioxide and it will give carbon dioxide to this alveoli. So now this alveoli is having higher amount of carbon dioxide and very less amount of oxygen. Now a person, when the person inhale, the person takes oxygen inside, what happen, the oxygen which is taken inside is having the bronchi, with the part which is connected to alveoli. Okay, this is bronchiole. Okay, I'm talking about this bronchiole. Okay, it take something, it take air inside and it take air outside. Okay, so it, this is the passage and again this is the passage. So this brings the CO2 which is produced by our tissue, and this CO2 is stored in this, and definitely it is having very less amount of oxygen. You cannot say that there is no oxygen or no carbon dioxide, there is very tiny amount. Okay, and this is the bronchi, same bronchi which is taking air inside, so it will take oxygen, and you know that the oxygen is definitely higher in natural conditions, that is 21% in carbon dioxide. So this is the fresh air component. Okay, after that there will be exchange of gases. You know the rule of diffusion, that everything will goes from higher to lower. So in this case what happen, that in fresh air oxygen is high, you know oxygen is high in fresh gas, so oxygen will go to inside, and these inside oxygen will go to outside, and these outside oxygen will go to inside, higher to lower. And for carbon dioxide, the inside carbon dioxide is higher than the outside bronchi carbon dioxide, so this carbon dioxide will go to this side. So both of these gases will exchange from higher to lower, and the second condition will appear. In this second condition, the alveoli is having higher amount of oxygen and less amount of carbon dioxide. Okay, because after the exchange of gases, and these bronchi is containing now very less amount. Okay, so this the condition. Okay, this is the condition when the oxygen is less and carbon dioxide is very high. Okay, this condition when it was present in these alveoli is shifted to this bronchi. Okay, both of them exchange their gases. You can see the exchange component. In these bronchi oxygen is higher and carbon dioxide is less. Okay, and in this alveoli you can see oxygen is less and carbon dioxide is high. Okay, so both of them exchange their gases concentration, and now you can see here the oxygen is high, carbon dioxide is less, and these bronchi oxygen is less and carbon dioxide is high. Okay, so it will go from all these pathways, and it will, these gases will get exhale outside. So what we exhale contain very high amount of carbon dioxide and very less amount of oxygen. Okay, now it is having very high amount of oxygen. Okay, so these blood vessel, okay, these both of these blood vessels are same. I just denoted different color, red and blue, because I want to show the difference of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So this will take oxygen to tissues, and these tissues utilize these tissues will produce carbon dioxide, and it will again transport it to this. So this all happens, which is known as exchange of gases, this thing known as exchange of gases. If I want to uh, tell you something, uh, so this is how it come inside, this is how it come inside. Here the exchange of gases takes place. Okay, here the exchange of gases takes place, and again it will go, it will go, it will go outside. Okay, so this is how we can say that the exchange of gases takes place. Now if you have any doubt you can ask me, or I am moving to another topic. If you have any doubt you can ask me, or I am moving to another topic. No doubt, no doubt, everything is clear. No doubt. Okay. Salya, tell me if you have any doubt. Okay. Okay. So these conditions are shifting. Okay. Now the another question come that this is the human being. Okay. We don't look this much ugly, but what to do? So actually the air comes inside. We studied this on yesterday. Suppose the 500 ml air is coming inside, okay, and in inhalation, and in exhalation we are using we are releasing only 400 ml. Okay, we studied this. Okay, so we studied this that in when taking inside oxygen, we take both things. Don't think that we take only oxygen. We take both oxygen and carbon dioxide, and we exhale both CO2 and O2. Okay, now we understand why and how. Okay, so in taking and in releasing there is a difference. Okay, we take 500 ml of air, okay, which contain both oxygen in higher amount and carbon dioxide in very less amount, and we exhale something about 400 ml, in which oxygen is very less and carbon dioxide is very high, because the exchange of gases takes place inside our body in alveoli. Okay, and these alveoli, okay, let me draw this. Yeah, these alveoli should have to be I'm using another color, okay, only because I want to draw these blood vessels. So blood vessels are no definitely not green, but I'm drawing this. Okay, so these there are two type of blood vessel. One which is carrying fresh oxygen, higher amount of oxygen to your body, and another type of blood vessel which is take taking carbon dioxide to your alveoli. So just for this, oxygen will utilize this oxygen will utilized by your body tissue. Okay, and there is a production of carbon dioxide. So this is our tissue which use oxygen and which will go for respiration, and it will produce CO2. So this alveoli have to be covered by or each and every alveoli have to be covered by so many blood vessel. One blood vessel which will take oxygen to body, and another blood vessel which will take the produced carbon dioxide again to alveoli. That's why it will go outside. Okay, so there should be two type of blood vessel. One is artery type, that means one is taking oxygen to body, and one is collecting CO2 to this. Okay, so there are two types of passage. One passage for inhalation for oxygen, and exhalation for carbon dioxide. So each and every alveoli should have to be in contact with these two type of blood vessels, one for oxygen passage and one for CO2. Remember this. Okay, both. So in this exhalation and inhalation, what is the reason that 100 ml of these 100 ml of this oxygen is or sorry 100 ml of this air is remained in lung? Okay, and it will never go out, neither and never. Whatever you take inside in inhalation never goes out in full amount. So what is the reason that 100 ml of air is struck, or it is it never goes out? What is the reason? The reason behind this, that or if I write, I can write 50 ml in both lungs. Okay, 50 ml and 50 ml. What is the reason behind it? The reason behind this, that during this time, each and every time, if we exhale each and every molecule of air what we have inhaled, okay, so what we have inhaled, maybe there are some oxygen molecules or a carbon dioxide molecules which didn't have exchanged with each other. That means that in each and every case, what you inhale and what you exhale, maybe there are some oxygen molecule which never come in contact. Okay, this is two blood vessels. Okay, and maybe it is possible that the air you inhale, there is a presence of some oxygen molecules which never exchanged by these carbon dioxide. So if I write this, the oxygen, okay, it is inside taken inside, and carbon dioxide, we know this. Okay, and inside we know this. Okay, inside alveoli there is a first condition before exchange. Okay, so it is possible that the air which is bring near to this alveoli, the air which is bring near to this alveoli, okay, and it is having a bit amount of oxygen which is never exchanged, and it is possible that it will go again through the nostrils without any exchange, as it come and as it go out. Okay, so this is there, so it is total wastage. Okay, so some amount of air is left in these lungs. Okay, some amount of air, I'm not talking about a specific gas, so whatever you take inside, some amount of air which is having both CO2 and O2, okay, it has been left in these lungs. Okay, has been left in these lungs, so that it air, the left 100 ml air will get more chance to get exchange. And in first round it will present here, in first round of inhalation, a small amount of air placed just for better exchange. Okay, for better exchange, because some molecules can't get exchange because it is very fast process, and it is possible that in this diffusion, diffusion, some gases are not exchanged. As this oxygen is our lifeline, it is possible that as it is come, as it can go without any exchange. Okay, it will not react, or it will not exchange with these carbon dioxide with these oxygen, less oxygen molecules. Okay, so there is no exchange, okay, of position possible. We know that this condition will shift to here, and this condition will shift to here. Okay, and it will go out. So it is possible that there will be no exchange because it is a much faster process. So some amount of oxygen get stuck in lungs, and then if it is extra, okay, so you inhale, okay, and it gets stuck in your lungs. Okay, each and every portion of air not go out, and after that second inhalation, and after this second exhalation, okay, so for in first exhalation means when you breathe out. Okay, that is exhalation. So in first exhalation it is present inside our lungs, and it will get all the chance to get exchanged by these other gases. Other gases mean again they have to exchange by the alveoli, carbon dioxide and O2. So it will get stuck in our lungs, so that there will be more beneficial exchangement. And after that, okay, after that, okay, when we exhale, this will go out in second round. In first exhalation it will not go out, it come inside in first inhalation. So it is first inhalation, okay, it will come inside, but in exhalation it will not go outside. Okay, it is inside, okay, but it is not outside. Okay, and again you inhale something. Okay, and again when you exhale, okay, this will get exhale again in second round. Okay, so in first round of breathing it will struck, and in second round of breathing the remain which was structured will go out. Okay, why so? Because there is a better exchange of gases. Now what you inhaled in this round, okay, will struck in your lungs, okay, in the second round, and it will not go out. Okay, and when you go for third round, okay, this remaining part will go outside in that round, this will go outside in that round. Okay, so each and every time when you inhale, some amount of air is struck in our lungs or remain in our lungs, and after you exhale in second round, in another round, okay, not in the same round, it will go outside. So this is just for better exchangement. As much as the air is present in our lung, okay, because as we take air inside and same time we exhale this, okay, so there is very little chance for air particles to get exchanged. So as much as time these air molecules or these carbon dioxide or oxygen molecules present in our lungs, it will get more chance to get exchange with each other. So in each case, in each inhalation and each exhalation, some of the air which is stuck in our lungs, okay, and it will get released after second round, not just in first round, because we have several rounds of breathing. We have 15 to 18 rounds of breathing. Okay, we breathe this much in 1 minute. So each and every time this thing happen, and not all the air get out from our lungs, so that it will get a better chance for exchangement. And at how much time do you hear about that exercise in which we take a deep breath and we release a deep breath? Okay, so this is in deep breath. Okay, in deep breath there is exercise which is known as a deep breath exercise. In this exercise we try to uh, we don't try to exhale so fast, and we don't try to inhale it so fast. We just want to make our air stay in our lungs for as much time. So if you try to practice this, okay, you can also do this. If you breathe very slowly, the air which can stay in your lungs for much time. Okay, just breathe slowly and try to stay try to stay okay, try to stay air inside your lungs for more time. Just don't exhale and inhale very fast, do this very slowly. So as the air will get more time to stay in your lungs, and it is better chance to get exchange. Okay, so if there is better exchange, okay, you can get more good results, and there will be more oxygen in your body. So the diffusion needs time. Okay, the diffusion process from higher to lower needs time. It is not a sudden process, it just need time. It needs some minutes. Okay, and if you just breathe in and breathe out, there will be no exchange. So for exchange, you have to breathe a bit slowly, and if you breathe a bit slowly, there will be more better exchange, and you can feel energized, and you can feel that I'm having more amount of oxygen. You just try to breathe bit slowly. Okay, when you are not whole day. Okay, but in morning when you are doing some exercise, you can do this. Okay, so the air, okay, which is struck in lungs, okay, whatever you take inside never release outside always. Okay, and the release will be in another round. So this structured air or this remained air is known as actually the residual volume. It is known as residual volume. What is volume? This is intake volume, this is exhale volume. Okay, and this is residual volume, which is 100 ml. Okay, so it is stuck in our lungs. Okay, it remains in our lungs for better exchange. Okay, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, or I'm moving to another topic. Okay, what is the use of residual volume? The volume of air which never goes outside in same round. Okay, it will go outside in another round. So what happened, you will give more time, this will give more time to this air, and it can come contact within our lungs. Yeah, in sleeping position, we breathe very less, so that residual volume will present in our lungs for more time. We breathe solely. Okay, so in this case there is a better exchange, and each and every time it is good that each and every time whatever you will take inside will not go outside. Okay, and this is a natural phenomena to make it stay all of some amount of air in our both in our lungs, so that it can get exchanged. Okay, so this is residual volume, and the purpose of residual volume to give some amount of air a sufficient time, some amount of air, because if you take 500 ml, definitely you will release 400 ml. I'm just talking about uh, sufficient amount. I'm just talking about 100 ml of volume, which is residual volume. Okay, this is residual volume which left behind, and it get a sufficient time to exchange with these alveoli. Okay, these are bronchioles. Okay, and they will come in contact with these alveoli. Okay. Okay, this is alveoli cell and this is bronchi. Okay, and there is an exchange. Now we know that exchange in our lungs, exchange of gases, exchange of gases in our lungs, exchange of gases in our lungs, okay, takes place by simple diffusion, takes place by simple diffusion. What is the meaning of simple diffusion? The meaning of simple diffusion is just like that, anything which goes from higher to lower. So gas follows this rule, and liquids also follows this rule, higher to lower. O2 is always less inside our body. Okay, so there is exchange, it will come to this side and it will go to this side, or you can say the shifting of condition. Okay, you can say the shifting of condition. So this is known as diffusion. Okay, so simple diffusion, by which our lungs exchange the gases, is actually a very slow process. It is a very slow process. Okay, so it is okay only till these lungs. Okay, it is okay if this it occurs in lung, and it is very simple process. Okay, but if I consider a whole human being, Okay, this is a human being, and it is having these lungs. Okay, and this is the I'm drawing these lungs with this color. Okay, just to, because I want to distinguish between two type of blood vessels. So these are lungs, and both of them are same size. Okay, I just drawn not very correctly. So these are the blood vessels. Okay, these blood vessels carry oxygen to all of our tissues, and these blood vessel will carry carbon dioxide to alveoli. Okay, now in this whole human being, this is a human being. Okay, it is having hands. Okay, this is having hands, and we are having legs, foot. Okay, we are having foot. Okay, this is our toe. Okay, okay. So to carry this fresh oxygen, okay, to carry this fresh oxygen to our toe. Okay, because each and every part of our body needs oxygen. So this pipe is carrying, this blood pipe is carrying fresh amount of oxygen even till toe, because every part needs oxygen. Okay, so the process of simple diffusion is not followed in this process. The process of simple diffusion is okay, only okay when there is an exchange of gases in lungs via these small bronchi. Okay, so as the process that this is our alveolar sac. Okay, and only in this region, and only in this region the simple diffusion is okay, that these bronchiole are taking gases, and it is exchanged by this. Okay, this is small alveoli, we know this is small alveoli, and this is bronchioles, and the exchange of gases will takes place by the method of diffusion. Now if once this alveoli is rich in oxygen, okay, we know that this alveoli is rich in oxygen once. Okay, the oxygen needs to be travel all over in brain and in everywhere. Okay, so now the process of diffusion, what is the process of diffusion? From one cell to another cell. Okay, it is not a very good method, because as we know that exchange of gases in only in our lungs. Okay, only in our lungs takes place by diffusion, but it is very time consuming, it's slow process. Okay, we breathe very slowly, though you are thinking that we breathe very fast, but in real sense we breathe very slowly. Okay, and each and every second all cells of our body needs oxygen. So in this type of thing, okay, the simple diffusion is not a good method. Okay, one cell to another cell is not good method. Okay, so we have developed these pipe system. Okay, this is the pipe system, and these are known as blood vessels. So if one cell will pass oxygen to another cell in this method, okay, it will take, okay, don't forget that if this method will follow, then it will take 3 to 4 years. Okay, don't yeah, you have heard the correct thing, that it will take 3 to 4 years of one oxygen molecule to get from your lungs to your toe. It will take 3 to 4 years. It will, if it will follow the rule of diffusion, one cell to another cell, one cell will pass to another, so it will take 3 to 4 years. Okay, from your heart to your toe. Simple diffusion is this much slower process. Okay. Yeah, you have Salas showing me weird face, that is it possible? Yes, but it practically it is not possible. That's why we never do simple diffusion. Yeah, so it is not happening in our body. This is the process only for our lungs. Okay, only for lungs. Okay, this is only for our lungs. This is just for our lungs. Okay, this is just for our lungs. This is restricted to our lungs. Only exchange of gases in our lungs takes place by simple diffusion. Only in lungs. Now, if this is rich, this alveoli is rich in oxygen. Okay, it will develop a pipe system, blood vessel system. So this blood vessel will carry all the oxygen to our body. So we studied about this blood vessel, we studied about these blood vessels, that these are the blood vessel. Now these blood vessel originate from these alveoli. We studied this, that these blood vessel will originate, will come to this, or not, they don't originate, they just take oxygen. Okay, so these are the blood pipes, blood vessels. So these blood vessel will take oxygen and these blood vessel will take carbon dioxide. Okay, so these blood vessel will take carbon dioxide, okay, to again to lungs. Okay, so that's why we have developed, this is our alveoli, and it is having, it is exchange part. Okay, it is having higher oxygen. Yeah, only lungs is responsible for exchange of gases. So this is alveoli and it is rich in oxygen after exchange condition. Okay, before this it was having less oxygen and higher carbon dioxide. So it was first condition and this second condition. So it was after exchange. So there is a blood pipe. Okay, this is a blood pipe which will take oxygen to all our body, and there will be another blood pipe which will take carbon dioxide, okay, to our body. So these are the blood pipes. Okay, these are the blood pipes, and these blood pipes are having a pigment. Okay, in blood pipes we are having a special cell. In our blood we are having a special cell which are known as RBC. Okay, red blood cells. Okay, red blood cells. So these are red blood cell, and these red blood cell are having a specific protein or pigment, you can say hemoglobin. Okay, this is known as hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a pigment which is present in our blood capillary. So in our blood capillary there is a presence of hemoglobin. Okay, this is RBC, and RBC contain hemoglobin. Okay, HB, hemoglobin, the short form of hemoglobin is HB. Okay, so this HB can help. Okay, so this HB doesn't diffuse, it just take, the amount of oxygen, okay, and it transport, it will flow into our body. So these RBCs flow into our blood pipe. So this is our blood pipe, okay, blood vessel. Okay, and these flow, they never exchange, there is no exchange of something. Okay, finally no exchange. Rather than this, they pick something. Okay, so rather than this, from these alveoli, okay, they pick this condition, they pick higher amount of oxygen and less amount of carbon dioxide, they pick this. Okay, and how they come, they come from this side. Okay, in this condition they are having only gases, they are having very high amount of CO2 and very less amount of oxygen, and in this case they are having very high amount of oxygen, okay, and very less amount of CO2. Okay, so it will transfer this blood pipe will transfer this to the transfer this condition. Okay, this condition, this CO2 and to this condition. So there will be after they will transfer this condition to this. Okay, and they will pick. Okay, they are also having these RBCs, they are also having these RBCs. So this RBC take, okay, this is the structure of one RBC. Okay, all of them having same thing. So they will again, they will exchange. Okay, they will exchange, they will give this condition to alveoli and they will take the alveoli condition. Now this is the alveoli condition which is shifted to these RBC. Okay, now this condition which is shifted to these RBC. Okay, and after that they will exchange again, there will be exchange. Okay, so with higher amount of oxygen and lesser amount of CO2, they will go to our blood tissues, body tissues, and in body tissues they will provide oxygen, and our body tissues will again produce the carbon dioxide which we have studied. Okay, so all of them are coming. Okay, one by one they are coming, and one by one they are taking this condition, because as our breathing is continuous. Okay, they will move, they will take or higher oxygen. Okay, they will exchange the condition and they will move this. Okay, they will take oxygen and they will move this. Same time their bronchi is attached to this. Okay, so these RBC will give their condition to this one. Okay, and there is what happened here, this is bronchi. Okay, so there is continuous exchange. These RBCs is exchanging their condition with this alveoli, and this alveoli is continuously changing its condition with this bronchi, and after that this condition is this RBC will which will come in contact with this alveoli. Okay, so they will take alveoli condition or exchange of condition, and they will move. So they are just coming here, exchanging their condition with this thing, this alveoli, and moving with this alveoli condition or concentration of gases. So this is a continuous process. Okay, each and every time all of them exchange their conditions with each other. So they come with this condition and they release with this condition. Okay, and they exchange their condition with this thing. Okay, now what happened if they give exchange their condition? So now what happened that now what happened? Okay, we